Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Carter promises to take action against the Forresters after Brooke confronts Ridge about Hope's firing. Carter informs Hope at Brooke's house that they cannot simply fire her in that manner. Not over a misunderstanding, I'm not having it, Brooke continues. Ridge texts her and wants to see her immediately. Hope can speculate as to why. Carter wants to be honest with Ridge. Hope declines. It would undermine them both. Steffi would never trust him again if she found out. Ridge is on his way, according to Brooke. Carter screams, "Well, I want to say a few things to my pal." Brooke requests that they let her handle him first. "I'll take care of it." Hope and Carter both nod. Hope requests that she swear to keep their involvement a secret from him. Brooke will not reveal her identity. Ridge informs Steffi and Taylor at Forrester that he is heading to Brooke's house right now. Taylor begs him not to allow her to influence him and cause him to reconsider. He is reminded by Steffi that she needs his help with this. Ridge leaves. Will joins Katie at the design office and says, "I hope I got fired." Steffi misinterpreted a situation, according to Katie. Hope won't lose her job since she will realize she overreacted. Particularly when Ridge hears it. Ridge is aware, Will informs her, because he was present when Hope was let off. Katie is shocked that Ridge agreed to this. This isn't possible. Will claims to have talked to Lainey, who saw everything happen, and they even enlisted Charlie's help. Steffi and Taylor talk about Ridge and how he can't give in to Brooke in the design office. Ridge shows up at Brooke's house. He informs her that she should be aware of something that occurred. Brooke claims to be aware that Hope was dismissed by Steffi. It's absurd. You're not going to permit that, are you? He informs Hope at Carter's apartment that Steffi will not get away with this. He will reach Ridge if Brooke is unable to. He will not allow Steffi to harm her in this way. They give each other hugs. Hope believes Steffi has been looking for an excuse to fire her, and she provided it. Carter is aware that Steffi would misinterpret the circumstances and lose his temper, but he doesn't get Ridge to put up with it. He would have prevented it if he had been present. Carter assures her that he will not for this to go on. According to Hope, the Forresters are in complete control. They make the decisions. Something has to be done, says Carter, who doesn't care. Katie informs Will in the design office that Hope stumbled and collided with Finn. She had no intention of seducing him. Will wonders if she gave an explanation. Katie is concerned that she was not given an opportunity. Declaring that she will find the truth, she departs. After checking his phone, Will goes to the door and runs into Elektra once more. He tells her he enjoys bumping into her when she apologizes. Elektra informs him of her and her Aunt Ivy's employment. He is thrilled. It appears that they will be running into each other more frequently, she says with a smile. Asking Taylor and Steffi where Ridge is, Katie storms into the main office because she wants to speak with him about what she did. Taylor queries, "What did Steffi do?" Katie says she wants to explain what happened to Ridge and that she discussed it with Hope. "It was all some sort of mix-up, is that it?" scoffs Steffi. "She landed on top of my hubby while wearing lingerie." She claims that her father didn't trust her when he heard it from Hope. He won't accept it from Katie either. Katie argues that she has no right to fire Hope, even if she believes she tried to woo Finn at the office across the hall from his wife's. Steffi responds, "I certainly do have a right, not that I have to explain it to you," adding that she co-runs the business with her father. Katie tells Steffi that she didn't want to speak with her because she is too preoccupied with her animosity toward her family to comprehend the true circumstances. Hope was wearing lingerie all over her husband, as Steffi noticed. She gets it exactly. Ridge is reprimanded by Brooke for instructing Hope to leave the building and failing to intervene to stop Steffi. She doesn't want to think that he would let his daughter treat Hope in such a demeaning manner. Ridge admits to Brooke that he did request that Hope vacate the building. She gave me no other option. Hope informs Carter that she is fine for it if he believes there is something that can be done. They express sympathy for being strangers to Forrester. I have no doubt that many people feel undervalued. Observe yourself. Are they taking any action in response to your amazing proposal to expand the business? Carter is not going to give up. Hope believes it should go without saying. They ought to go forward and implement the proposal. Although there is danger, there may be a large profit. She has faith in him and his idea. She's not sure it matters, though. Because she's a Logan, she doubts that her voice ever made much of an impression there. The people in charge are Ridge and Steffi. You are the COO, but it seems like you don't even have a voice, so. Carter reflects, I can't say I disagree with you, even though they say I'm like family. He and Eric had a frustrating discussion, but Ridge continues to ignore him. According to Hope, their primary concern is safeguarding their own. They must do something. We will definitely take action, Carter says. As he continues to talk about how wonderful it is that she is now a member of Forrester, Will and Electra are in the design office, looking at a sketch. They will be able to collaborate. I'm growing fonder of Forrester. Me too, says Electra with a smile. Katie informs Taylor and Steffi in the main office that they are aware of Hope's character, values, and principles. Taylor mentions how she played with her son's emotions and claims that they are well aware of her. Steffi goes on to say that she publicly kissed her spouse at her grandfather's house. She genuinely believes Katie is unaware of her identity. Hope's hubby was wearing lingerie. She had threatened to remove her if she went too far once again. Hope's future is without hope. She laments at Brooke's house that Ridge sided with Steffi and ejected Hope before she could give an explanation. She was attempting to woo Steffi's spouse, Ridge claims. How do you explain that? She cannot hold Steffi accountable for her actions. She dressed up in lingerie, but all she wanted was for Hope to avoid Finn. Brooke is aware of how it appeared. Ridge claims that because that's what it was, it appeared to be. He can appreciate her desire to protect Hope, but she must stop. Brooke corrects him on this point. And Ridge just allows it. He asks Hope at Carter's loft, telling her that she didn't deserve this. He is furious that Steffi terminated Hope for the future and expelled her from the organization. Why? Since you're a Logan. They discuss Brooke's contributions to the business and express amazement that they still think the Logans are less valuable. Hope shouldn't be affected if Steffi has grounds to be critical of her mother. According to Hope, things have always been that way, and today they came to an end. I should have been there, regrets Carter. Hope claims that when she called him, he arrived. Carter, you are a good man. She is incredibly grateful that she has at last met someone like him. They share a passionate kiss. Next on The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke and Ridge face the difficult realities of their relationship. Finn and Steffi boldly declare their love, and Carter and Hope's unmistakable connection ignites a fire between them. Taylor believed Hope was playing victim, but Brooke was shocked to hear that Ridge assisted in Hope's termination, humiliating Hope. Hope is informed at home by Brooke and Carter that they will not tolerate this. She cannot be fired by Steffi. Caroline Brooke Hope is upset. Ridge texts Brooke and requests to see her immediately. According to Carter, they ought to be honest with him. Hope argues that they are unable to. His hopes of changing the corporation would be dashed if their connection went public, undermining both of their careers. Ridge texts to say he'll be there shortly. Carter can't wait to speak with his friend. Brooke advises her to speak with him first because things could turn combative. She is obligated by her daughter to conceal her relationship with Carter. Steffi and Taylor reiterate to Ridge at Forrester that Hope caused this herself. She tells her dad that she needs his help with this. The women fear that Brooke will force Ridge to give in. According to Steffi, Hope must remain gone. Telling his mother that Hope was let go, Will jogs into the design office. She had already told Hope that everything is a misunderstanding. After Ridge is notified, she is certain that everything will be resolved. Ridge was present when Hope was escorted out, Will explains. "This isn't possible," she exclaims. He clarifies that Charlie was also involved. "That is embarrassing," she claims. She maintains that everything has been misunderstood. Hope must not have had an opportunity to explain. Will encounters Elektra on his way out. He says, "I enjoy running into you." Excited, she informs him that the jewelry line is a success, suggesting that she will likely run into him frequently. This is fantastic, he assures her, and she can rely on his assistance. Their fondness for Forrester is growing. Katie demands to talk to Ridge about the confusion as she barges into the main office. According to Steffi, Ridge has already heard the justifications and rejected them. According to Katie, she has no authority to dismiss Hope. Steffi corrects her and reminds her that she is the co-CEO. The Logan charges them of being wrapped up in anger and blind to the truth. Steffi said she fully understood it. Hope's values are discussed by Katie. They are well aware of her values, as well as the fact that she has been kissing Finn and attacking him. Steffi is adamant that there is no chance for Chance's future. Katie Logan's ongoing support for Bill Spencer on The Bold and the Beautiful has fans wondering if this dynamic duo might find their way back to each other once again. Over the years, Katie and Bill's relationship has been a roller coaster, filled with love, betrayal, and moments of intense emotional connection. Recently, with Bill facing a rough period in his personal and professional life, Katie has shown up to help him navigate his challenges, reigniting hopes for a reunion between them. Despite all they've been through, Katie's willingness to be there for Bill in his time of need suggests that the bond they share is still alive, even if it's buried under layers of past hurt and unresolved issues. #### Katie's loyalty and compassion. Katie's support for Bill shows her true nature. She's compassionate, loyal, and deeply understanding, even when it comes to someone who has hurt her multiple times. Her willingness to put the past aside and help Bill cope with his struggles demonstrates the maturity she brings to her relationships. Katie knows all too well that Bill isn't perfect, but she also knows that he has a good heart beneath his tough exterior. By being there for him during his vulnerable moments, Katie is offering him a lifeline and showing him that he's not as alone as he might feel. For Bill, who often puts up walls to protect himself, Katie's support is significant. She's one of the few people who can see through his bravado and understand his underlying insecurities. Bill has always respected Katie's strength and independence, and her recent efforts to help him cope may remind him of why he fell in love with her in the first place. Katie's empathy is something that has always drawn Bill to her, and as she stands by his side, it's possible he'll start to see her as more than just an old flame or a co-parent to their son, Will. ###. Is Bill ready to change? One of the biggest obstacles to a true reunion for Bill and Katie is Bill's own history of betrayal and impulsive behavior. Katie has forgiven him multiple times for his indiscretions, particularly when he had an affair with her sister, Brooke, which deeply wounded Katie and put a strain on her relationship with both Bill and Brooke. If Bill wants to have a future with Katie, he'll need to show her that he's truly changed. So far, Katie's decision to support him might be a testament to her belief that he has evolved, but she'll likely need more concrete proof of his commitment before she can consider rekindling their romance. If Bill can demonstrate growth and a genuine desire to become a better man, there may be a chance for him and Katie to start fresh. Katie has always wanted stability and honesty, and if Bill can offer that, he could earn back her trust. At the same time, he'll need to confront his own patterns of self-sabotage and impulsive choices, which have often derailed his relationships in the past. Katie's faith in him is a powerful motivator, and he may use this opportunity to show her, and himself, that he's capable of change. ###. Katie's guarded heart. Though Katie clearly still cares for Bill, she's also understandably guarded. Over the years, she's endured a lot of heartache from their relationship, and her priority now is protecting herself and their son, Will. Katie knows that getting back together with Bill would mean risking her heart again, and she may be hesitant to let herself be vulnerable, especially if there's any sign that he hasn't changed. Her support for him now doesn't necessarily mean she's ready to jump back into a romance. Rather, it shows that she's willing to be his friend and co-parent as he navigates his challenges. Katie has also shown a lot of growth on her own, establishing herself as a confident, independent woman. She's no longer willing to settle for anything less than she deserves, and Bill will have to rise to meet her standards if he wants a second chance. Katie's priority is to provide a stable, loving environment for Will, and she may be cautious about reuniting with Bill if she thinks it could lead to more instability or heartbreak. However, if Bill can prove that he's serious about making positive changes, Katie might be willing to take a leap of faith. ####The influence of family and friends. The Logan and Forrester families will likely have their own opinions on whether Katie should give Bill another chance. Brooke, Katie's sister and Bill's former love interest, could be a complicated presence in their dynamic, as her history with Bill has previously caused friction between the sisters. Brooke may offer Katie advice on moving forward, though her opinion could carry a mixture of support and caution. Meanwhile, Ridge, who has had his own long-standing rivalry with Bill, might also weigh in, reminding Katie of the pain Bill has caused in the past. Katie may also lean on her family's support to help her decide what's best for her and Will. The Logans have always been a close-knit family, and Katie will undoubtedly seek their input before making any big decisions about her future with Bill. Ultimately, though, it will come down to what Katie feels is right in her heart. If she believes that Bill is genuinely committed to being a better partner and father, she might take the chance, despite the risks. ###reunion hopes. Could this be a fresh start? The hope for a Bill and Katie reunion remains alive because, despite everything, they still share a deep, emotional connection. Their shared history, their family, and the memories they've created together have created a bond that's difficult to sever completely. Bill's vulnerability during this time might remind Katie of the parts of him she fell in love with, the passionate, loyal man who would do anything for the people he cares about. For Bill, this support from Katie could be the push he needs to confront his past mistakes and focus on building a healthier future. A reunion could offer them a fresh start, especially if they've both learned from their past mistakes. Katie's influence might help Bill develop a more grounded approach to life, while Bill's devotion could give Katie the sense of security she's always craved. Together, they could build a relationship that's stronger and more resilient, one based on honesty, mutual respect, and a shared commitment to their family. If they can overcome their past and embrace this opportunity for growth, there's a chance that Katie and Bill could finally find lasting happiness together. ###The unpredictable future. Of course, in the dramatic world of the bold and the beautiful, nothing is ever set in stone. Bill and Katie's future remains uncertain, and while a reunion is possible, it's just as likely that external factors or Bill's own impulsive tendencies could derail their progress. For now, however, fans can enjoy watching Katie help Bill through his struggles, keeping hope alive that these two might find their way back to each other. If Bill can prove that he's ready to put in the work, and if Katie can let go of her fears, their story might be far from over. In the end, Katie's support for Bill highlights the depth of their connection and the possibility of redemption and forgiveness. Whether or not they officially reunite, Katie's presence in Bill's life is helping him become a better man, and that alone could be the foundation for a lasting bond. As they navigate this chapter, their shared history and mutual respect suggest that anything is possible, especially in the unpredictable, passionate world they live in.